Okay, number 4 of the mean value theorem worksheet. Okay, first of all, looking at the denominator, if x was 0, this would not be continuous. So if 0 was in this interval, mean value theorem would not apply and we would stop work right now. But since 0 isn't in the interval, we can continue. So remember, mean value theorem says estimated derivative equals actual derivative. You could do this either with the quotient rule or an STD. You could split it up and do it term by term. I think I'm going to do a quotient rule. I don't know which one's easier, honestly. So actual derivative, quotient rule, low, d high, minus high, d low. Draw the line and square below. 3x times another 3x would be a 9x squared. Okay, that's my actual derivative. Has to equal the estimated derivative, f of 3 minus f of 1 all over 3 minus 1. I'm going to just change this to f of x because I like that notation better. Okay, so let's figure out what f of 3 and f of 1 are. F of 3 would be 3 squared is 9 minus 1 is 8 over 3 times 3, which is 9. Okay, f of 1 would be 1 minus 1, that's 0. Done. Okay, simplifying it all and plugging it all in. Here we go. On the left side, 3x times 2x is 6x squared. Distributing my negative 3, negative 3x squared plus 3 all over 9x squared. And I'm going to keep working on that for a little longer. 6x squared minus 3x squared would be 3x squared plus 3 all over 9x squared. Now I can currently see that that can be simplified. I could factor out a 3, but I've got the right side of the equation and it all works out in the end with equations anyway. So you can choose to simplify or not. On the right side, f of 3 was 8/9, that's fun, minus 0 all over 2. Okay, well that's the same as 8/9 times 1/2. So that's just going to give you 4/9. Okay, so this is basically the equation we're working on right now. I'm going to rewrite that and give myself some more space. So now I would cross multiply. Again, you could have simplified first. Okay, so here you could either simplify the left side or we could cross multiply. 9 times 3x squared plus 3. Make sure you distribute the 9. So that's 27x squared plus 27 has to equal 9x squared times 4, 36x squared. Get the x squareds together. I'm going to subtract the 27x squared on both sides. Why I'm writing that, I do not know. And I get 27 is equal to 9x squared. Divide by 9 on both sides. And we'd get that x squared is 3. Square root it, and x would be normally plus or minus the square root of 3. But that wouldn't be in the interval. So I just get the square root of 3. And because I don't need the negative 1 because it's not in between 1 and 3. And the square root of 3 is in between the square root of 1 and the square root of 4. Therefore, it is in that interval. Okay, double check my math, make sure I got that right, but I think so. There you go.